Let's take a look at a problem where we divide by a monomial. Here we're asked to divide and simplify, and I'd like to compare this problem, 3 to the 8th minus 18 into the 6th plus 6 into the 3rd, all divided by negative 3 into the 5th. I'd like to compare that with 12 minus 4 over 2. Now, one way to simplify 12 minus 4 over 2 is to write each of those numerator terms over the denominator of 2. So I'm going to write 12 over 2 minus 4 over 2, dividing, that's 6 minus 2, or 4. Now, I know that your order of operations would suggest rather that you subtract 12 minus 4 to get 8, and then divide that by 2 to get 4, and notice that each of these options gives the same result. But in this first way, we just took that 2 and divided it into each of those terms. We'll do the same as we're dividing by a monomial. So we're going to take each term in the numerator, that is 3 into the 8th. We're going to divide each of those terms by the denominator, so dividing by negative 3 into the 5th. Our next term in the numerator is a negative, or you might say a minus 18 into the 6th. And we're going to divide that by negative 3 into the 5th, and plus 6 into the 3rd, divided by negative 3 into the 5th. And now we're just going to simplify, or you might say divide, in each of these terms. 3 divided by negative 3 is a negative 1. And using our quotient rule, because these bases are the same, subtracting numerator minus denominator exponents gives n to the 8 minus 5, or 3. So a negative 1 n to the 3rd, and we don't have to write that coefficient of 1 out there. A negative symbol is sufficient. Looking at our next term, notice we've got minus 18 divided by negative 3. That's a minus negative 6, or plus 6 into the first, because 6 minus 5 is 1. And lastly, 6 divided by negative 3 is a negative 2. Using our quotient rule, 3 minus 5 is negative 2. And we really would like to write this answer without a negative exponent. So let's write it in our final form as negative into the 3rd plus 6n minus 2 over n squared. Remembering that this negative exponent suggests that we're going to move that base down to the denominator, cross the line, and change the sign. I'm going to go ahead and check this in my math lab. So let's type negative n to the 3rd, and we've got a plus 6n and a minus 2 over n squared. And we'll check that out. Looks good. So there you go. This is division by a monomial. Don't make these too hard. Just divide into each term.